Everybody, ty.bowhunter here. So I made a quick video on the way I do my arrows. You see it 1,000 times all over the internet, from one archer to the other. A good example is John Dudley. He does it from most time bare shaft. He rips it all down to how he wants, puts on his signature knock on, blazers, wraps. Typically it's a knock on arrow. Well, this year I'm running same arrows as I did last year for my hunting arrow. It is the Axis 5 mil. This comes in at a 9.0 GPI, and total weight from fletchings, nocks, inserts, broadhead, and the arrow shaft. As I run a 28 or a 27.5 inch draw, I'm running a 28.25 inch arrow. So I hover anywhere from 410.5 to about 420 grains of an arrow. Now I'm just figured I'd show you guys how I build my arrow, and it starts very easy. So I got two cameras running here. I got my phone camera and the camera you guys are seeing me on now. Just what I do and how I put together my arrows, as I like to buy them with the fletchings on already. First thing I like to always change out is my nock. I did pick up, let's see, nocturnal lighted nocks. These are the X nock. As for Easton Axis and the FMJs, they run a smaller diameter, so these work out perfect. If you guys are wondering, this is exactly it. They are green, as prior to my other arrows, they are also a green lighted nock. So let's get right on to it. Now, if anybody has never seen a illuminated nock before, I'm going to show the other camera exactly what it looks like. So this here is a luminoc, and the way it comes about is when it gets released, when you draw back and you release your arrow, the pressure of it all knocks. There's a little indent here. Don't know if the camera will pick it up or not, but it helps it, or not helps, but it makes it light up, so you're easily able to track it. So let's get on with taking the nocks off. When you draw back on your bow, that's what an illuminoc will do. Now, to turn this off, there's a little opening in the nock itself where you gotta pry the release button up. And just like that, it's off. Now, what I like to do with this is how with the original nock, it lines up perfectly with your cock vein. So what you see here, I'm perfectly in line with my cock vein. Now, after I replace my nocks on my arrows, the next thing I do is I grab my squaring tool and I quickly square out the tip of the arrow to make sure it's going to, any of my broadheads and field points will line up 100% perfect. Now the next thing you should always do once you get your arrows cut is to always clean the insides, as all the carbon dust builds up in there. And when you're putting your inserts in, that's one thing you don't want to have inside. And the way you clean that is, or the way I like to clean it, I grab just a Q-tip, take a standard Q-tip, and I dip it into the rubbing alcohol. And all you do is put it inside the arrow shaft, wiggle it around. And what you see is you got a lot of that carbon dust just kicking around. Now you do the same thing with every arrow until you have all your arrows complete. Now once you get that complete, what I like, when you buy a pack from either Cabela, a half dozen of arrows from either Cabela's or Bass Pro, if you get the Easton Axis or the FMJs or a few other lines of the smaller diameters, they come with a thing called a hit insert. Now what that is it's short term for hidden insert technology in your pack, but I typically don't like to use that, so what I use is a bone-in insert iron. I've used it on all my arrows, and it's always been amazing on how well it works and holds up. The one time I missed my arrow, or I missed my target, and my arrow ended up going into a piece of wood, and well, let's just say I was able to put a new it's called a new field point on and shoot that arrow again. Now, I don't recommend you yanking an arrow out of wood and shooting it, because some of the carbon can split on the edge, and if it's cracked or anything of that sort, it can blow up. So what I always do is, when that ever happens, grab my arrow and I give it a little bend, and I listen to see if any carbon, or if there's any cracking sounds going around, and if that's the case, then I don't shoot. So what the little case comes with, you got your hit inserts, as what you can see on my table, and this tool. Now, I like to use a tool just to make it a little easier, so all you do, or what I like to do, is I like to grab a Q-tip and dip it into the iron, insert iron, and you don't want to put too much on. You just want to put a little bit, because if you put too much on, it will overflow onto the arrow, or over top the insert in the arrow shaft, and it'll make your life a living hell trying to get it in. Always make sure you got a secondary Q-tip just to clean up the area. And just like that, you put your insert into your arrow. So that one's done. And that there is how you set up your arrows to have them ready to put a broadhead or a field point in the next day. With this stuff, gotta wait 24 hours. After that, you can shoot all you want. Thanks for tuning in. Come back next time, as I am going to do a review on my target that I just picked up. It is a Reinhardt Woodland. It's foam block. I was just shooting it now, and wow, is that thing ever sweet. So thanks for tuning in. Come back next time for a new video, and a review this time. And be sure to hit that like button and comment any suggestions you have about this video and what my next video should be. So yeah, see you guys next time. Thanks a lot. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and leave comments in the comment section to let me know what you think. Bye.